Episode 87, Working with the Deca Energy. Hi, I'm Ruth Elizabeth Hancock, and welcome to Work Your Energy podcast, which is a show all about thriving in this energetic world that we live in. This week, we're going to look at the Deca Energy, which is the energy that is behind the OMNIA stickers. These are the stickers that I've been using for around 2 months, and they are radiation balancer stickers. So not radiation blockers, but radiation balancer. So it actually turns the harmful EMF into something that's beneficial for our body. And I must confirm that the results of using these stickers for the past 2 months have been absolutely incredible. Not only has my health improved considerably, but even some of my food intolerances have gone, and I'm able to eat and drink certain things that I couldn't do before. This makes me understand how toxic wireless radiation is, or electromagnetic radiation is, to our bodies, and many things that I thought were related to my age, food intolerances, or living in a hot, air-conditioned environment, I now realize are not. They were related to environmental toxicity, but in particular the electromagnetic radiation fields. Of course, these are invisible, so I don't think that many doctors are trained to recognize the problems, and I think that the radiation is causing a lot of health problems in people, and doctors just don't know anything about this. It wasn't too long ago before doctors didn't know anything about nutrition, so I can see how there may be many misdiagnoses on different diseases and illnesses and disorders that people are getting. As I talk about in my previous episode on the harmful effects of EMFs, the positive effects on myself and my family have been immense, and we have all felt the difference. We sleep better, we argue less, we feel less down or demotivated with life, and have a lot more energy. And I'm quite inclined to feel that we are all being poisoned by 5G without knowing it. As I talk about in my previous episode, the telecommunications industry did no testing on our health or the harmful effects of 5G at all, and they were even taken to court over it, where they declared they felt safety measures or standards were not their domain, only the new technologies. 6G is set to roll out around 2030, and I, for one, would like to see it noted how many people fall sick at this time. 5G launched less than a year before COVID hit, so it's difficult to see what effects it has had because COVID took over and took precedence over everything in every single health area. Certainly, one of the most notable effects with 5G on our health has been the intense fatigue and ME-type symptoms. However, using the OMNIA stickers on all the devices and the routers around the house has helped enormously with this, and this ongoing fatigue which I felt, which I thought was just due to my age, has really gone. I've got so much more energy. I've noticed the kids are looking much healthier. Before, they sort of had this white, pale grey look to their face, and now they seem to have this sort of more ruddy complexion to their face again. And we've always been very healthy eaters in our family, so I knew it wasn't related to the nutrition. But of course, I didn't understand about the wireless, the 5G, the radiation that's behind this. And I really think that more people need to understand this, need to know about this, especially the health industry. And it needs to be taken seriously, as well as studies, proper studies being done on how it's affecting our health globally. So with the ongoing positive effects on my own health and my family's health, I thought that I would try it out in my own healing work. And this is because every night I heal my own body by running energy through it and setting the intention, because as I talked about last week, the intention drives the energy. So setting intentions as I work the energy around my body. And I'll explain exactly how I do it in a minute, but I've been trialing it on my body for over a month now, and I find it amazing. It actually feels like a living entity to me, which may sound a bit bizarre if you're not used to energy work, but it feels very loving and caring, and like it came here to do this. It feels and looks very different to the Reiki energy or the energy healing or theta healing that I've been using. These feel more like energy coming down from the cosmos into my body. But the Deca energy feels more like a lot of huge bubbles all sort of joined together and pulsating and moving around. It looks very different to me when I use my mind sight. And I've even tried talking to it, which I've also found very interesting as well. Because the quantum physicist who brought this energy from another dimension set the intention for it to balance the electromagnetic radiation and turn it into a beneficial one, I suspect that its reason for being here is to provide a loving, caring energy in order to rebalance the lower vibrational or negative energies into something more positive. And because of that, I felt that it would be a good energy to work with because it has that positive feeling, that positive vibe to it. And of course, the intention behind it is that it came here to do good. It came here to help us. So remember from previous episodes that other dimensions are not like the Hollywood movies. They are not places to go. They are all around us and exist in the light spectrum. We just can't see them. That's all. So we're able to see the 3D world around us, but we're not able to see other dimensions because we just don't have the functions to do that yet. Our eyes can't see it. Our brains can't process it, can't understand it. So it's simply a matter of creating something in another dimension and then bringing it into this dimension, which, believe it or not, quantum physicists have been doing for more than 100 years. What I love most about it is how pure and beautiful and loving the energy feels when I'm moving it through my body. And it feels very different to the Reiki energy or the other energies that I'm using. In fact, I've noticed over the past few months that energies like the Reiki one or the psychic healing energy that I learnt on the psychic development course have felt compromised in some way, and they haven't felt quite so high vibrational. I've had to really work hard on cleaning them and grounding them and healing them before I've been able to work with them, and I found this interesting. This helped me to understand that everything can be compromised if we don't keep cleaning it or cleansing it, including us, which is why we need to keep grounding ourselves and healing ourselves and setting strong protection around ourselves so that we don't end up being compromised. One of the interesting aspects of raising our vibration is that each level we ascend to, the dark can get in because it's attracted by the light, or it creates a false light. So the darker energies or forces do not want us to ascend, because they are making far too much money from us staying in struggle and strife and difficulties. And as these dark forces work energetically, they can affect or siphon the energy off without us knowing what's happening. My intention is not to scare you with information like this, it's to empower you so that you can start setting stronger protection methods around your body. Remember that we are at a crucial point in our ascension, and there are many different entities or energies that do not want this planet to ascend because they are benefiting far too much from it. There are certain groups and people on this planet who are benefiting too much from the status quo, and it's not in their best interest for everybody to ascend. And I suspect that they already know about the invisible world. They already know about the energetic aspect of us, the energetic aspect of our world. And they already know about multiple dimensions, because I feel that they understand that when they grab hold of the energy or siphon off the energy or pull the energy, such as energy pendulums that I talk about a lot in my podcast, they pull the energy and then this creates physical changes And of course, we can do the same. This is how manifestation works. We work on changing our energy. We work on changing the energy around us. And this then creates physical changes in our world. So in the same way that we can use it for positive change, we can also, or there are also people who can use it for negative change. And I think it's very important to understand this so that we can set strong protection and we can be aware of it, to know that we have to keep cleansing or clearing ourselves all the time. We are surrounded by an invisible field of energy that we cannot see, and it's important to be aware of this. So when we start to feel down, when we start to feel that we're struggling, when life starts to get difficult, we feel resistance, then again it's important to start clearing your space and clearing your own energy. And I've got lots of free tools that you can use for this. You can download my daily cleanse meditation, and I've even added it onto my podcast called the Daily Cleanse Meditation, because I think this is so important at this time. If you have these OMNIA stickers, then try working with the energy by directing it as you wish. You may remember from my Energy First mini-series, it was a couple of weeks ago, that all energy is directed by intention. So just set the intention of what you want the energy to do and simply direct it. You may end up seeing the energy, seeing it directed through your body. If you don't, it doesn't matter. The energy is still moving through your body and it's still doing what you direct it to do. So just trust and know that it is healing your body, it is raising your vibration, and it is working with you in a more beneficial way. So, as I promised, this is what I do every night. First of all, I call upon the Deca Energy, and as I can see it in my own mind, I then start to direct it through my body and through my extremities, my brain, my internal organs. I set the intention that they are all healed, and then I say, it is done, it is done, it is done, thank you, which is used in the Theta healing modality, but also I saw it in a YouTube video with Greg Braden, where he was describing that he saw doctors in China were chanting these words to reduce a tumor in the patient. 20 minutes, maybe even less, of reciting these words, obviously in their own language, and the tumor was gone. You could literally see it on the X-ray shrinking down and down and down until it was gone. And this is the true power of intention. But it is also energy and frequency, and it shows the true power of sound healing, frequency healing, because everything is a frequency, even we are. So everything can be healed. All disease, I believe, can be healed using sound healing, frequency healing. But it's having the right sound, using the right words, saying the right thing. And what I've also noticed in this world is that our language has considerably changed over the past few thousand years. And many of the words that we had in our language have been eliminated out, and many new words have been put in. And because of this, we actually have less sounds that are healing us in our normal day-to-day language. And I highly recommend that if you're suffering from mental health issues, from physical health issues, that you look into sound healing, frequency healing, because you can use this to heal your body, even physical disease, which I think is very important in today's world. Okay, so we're going to end there. Thank you for listening. I hope it's been useful to you, as always. If you would like to buy your own OMNIA stickers, then you can buy them through a link, my affiliate link, which will give you 10% off. And I'll put this link in the notes. They deliver all around the world, and there are now hundreds of thousands of people using them. I can't stress enough how amazing they have been for myself and my own family. Of course, there's no pressure to buy anything at all, but do think about blocking the radiation in some way from yourself and your family in your house, because I do believe that this is causing many health issues for many people, and we just aren't aware of it, and we're not being told it either. So definitely look into this. There are associations, there are lots of people doing alternative studies around it now, and I highly recommend you using something, whatever it may be. Okay, all right, well, I hope you have a great week ahead, and I look forward to catching up with you next week. Okay, I've got some guest interviews coming up soon, and they're going to be really incredible. So tune in next week, and I'll catch up with you then. Okay, take care. Bye.